All right, good afternoon again now that I've got the live stream going. Appreciate y'all, the faithful ones that are always in on time. And when they come in too late, then I have to keep repeating myself as to what you should be doing. So I do appreciate y'all being on time. Um, as I was saying earlier, I didn't have anybody turn in their project yet, so we're going to use today as a day that you work on and try to get that finished up. We are going to have your test is Thursday, this Thursday. So I did want to quickly go through the fact that we will basically touch on what are macromolecules, what are the basic structures, the organelles that are important. We've been talking about no ATP, respiration and photosynthesis, how they're connected. And mitosis, meiosis, just know what they mean. And DNA replication, why is that important? So the actual test on Thursday, it's not going to be tremendously strenuous. I'm more interested in you getting this project finished. And I'm going to have to say this all over again because I just submitted 3 people. All righty. I will do that. All right. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, those of you who just joined. Okay. Again, we're working on finishing up those DNA technology projects. So hopefully you be finished with them by Wednesday. Um, as far as the final on Thursday is concerned, is just be a few multiple choice questions on macromolecules. Cell structure, respiration, know the connection between respiration and photosynthesis, know the connection between mitosis and meiosis as far as sexual and asexual reproduction is concerned, and the importance of DNA and DNA replication. And that's it. So I'll have specific, what I also recommend is that you always look at the wrap-up questions on each of these units. So let me pull this up while I got everybody, almost everybody here. Tell you what I mean. Okay. On the macromolecule unit, there's actually a worksheet that you can download. So if you look at your module, and let me close this and come back out, show you how you get there. Your module wrap up, you actually have done a chart. So study that chart where you wrote down what the macromolecules are, what are their base units, what is their function, what their structure is. So you have studied that chart because there's a lot of questions on that. In particular, we're going to talk about proteins because that's the ones that's connected with DNA. But again, if you click on this, and again, I'm in Canvas. You click on, and then I'm in Canvas, first unit, macromolecules. This is the wrap up where it says wrap up. So you have, no, we didn't do all of these, but we did most of them. So again, your chart that you have will tell you what the monomer is, carbohydrates, most of these words are on the chart that you created. but you can look at some of these other questions. So don't worry about this up here as much as you should this and the chart that you created at the beginning of the semester. So definitely look at that and know what these functions are. Okay, so take a look at that by Thursday. And then the next unit, actually it's easier to come out. That's why it says easier for me to come out and look at the module. All right, so our first unit was macromolecules. The second unit is cells and cell transport. And again, we're not worried about parts of the microscope, so we're not going to spend any questions on that at all. Where'd it go? Okay, review page. Always look for the review page. Because the review page highlights specifically what's important. All right, and here again, you have a study guide. My computer is very slow. I've got to break that up. Clean it up over the break. All right, so again, you need to know basically just you don't have to do all of it. You do need to know the difference between osmosis and diffusion, and active transport and passive transport. So you do need to know that part. So this part of the review sheet, I would work on that. Okay, not so much this part. Okay, so as far as the study guide is concerned, no, this page. All right, so that's on cells and cell transport. Moving right along. Again, on this one, no, be able to recognize the equation for photosynthesis and respiration, know the importance of ATP. Let me see what that review page looks like. Oops, it jumped on me. It keeps jumping. All right, so again, notice that each of these units has a review page that's already done. So that's why I didn't make up a study guide, because they all have them. All right, remember this one? Know this diagram. I know you have this in your notes too. We did this in the Nearpod activity. So you have a diagram on your worksheet that looks like this. Know that and know this part. Okay, know those two. I wouldn't worry about, again, these are the equations. So I wouldn't worry about this other than knowing which equation is which. Then you can stop right there as far as that's concerned. So go up to 11 and then skip down to that last one. All right, and then that brings us to, I think, the current worksheet. Now this seems like a lot, but I'm only going to ask 5 questions per section. Know the difference between meiosis and mitosis, and I'm not going to, because we just did a test on DNA, I won't ask a whole lot of questions, but DNA as it connects to ribosomes as part of the cell structure. Function, no function. Okay, no function, no function. And that's it. All right. If you have any questions, please ask. I'm going to stop talking so that you can finish working on your project. And there again, too, if you have questions about what is required for that as well, let me pull up that assignment so that you can briefly go over what that's supposed to be. So again, after the test, I'm going to open up a gallery. So since each of you is doing a different topic, what we will do with the days that we're not testing is that you will share your project in the gallery. That's why it's called a gallery walk or a poster walk was the title on it. And you'll look at the different technologies that other folks have studied, and then you'll do a comment. So there is going to be a grade associated with doing the walk, but it's a small grade based on you just commenting on which technique you found the most interesting. Okay. All right, so make your project pretty and interesting so folks will find it interesting. So long as this stuff is, there's an easier way for me to get to this, but I would have to stop sharing. Okay. Okay. So make sure that you are following the rubric. So again, each of you have been assigned a particular technology to work on. You need a title slide. Title slide should have your name on it as well. All right. Jacoby, you're in, but you're not in. You're in twice. Okay. All right. So again, make sure you have a title slide with your name on it. It should be kind of have a picture kind of thing. You want information slides and a reference slide. And I always say that while you're looking at a particular topic or on a particular site, have your reference slide available so that you can just copy and paste the web address. Remember, Google is not a reference. Google is a search engine, so it needs to take you to a website that has legitimate information. All right, so again, you want to give a brief summary about what the technology is. And then you want to spend most of your time talking about how it works. So that's 30 points worth, how it works. And then explaining what benefit is that to us as humans? Why are they doing this? Why do we even care that they have this technology? Um, Possible bioethical issues. And I gave you all a link the other day. Hopefully you copied and pasted it into your slide as to some of the laws that are involved with doing biotechnology. So don't just so read it and make a specific comment about what your um, technology has to do with any of those laws. So don't just copy back and say there are laws. Explain. It is worth 10 points. Have photos. So there's 10 points for having relevant photos. So each slide should have a photo, and 10 points for being creative, and 10 points for the way you format it. When I say formatted, don't put a whole lot of writing in one space. If you want to say a lot and then it could take up 2 slides, then let it take up 2 slides. Don't try to squeeze all the information on one slide, okay? It makes it easier to read. Again, we're going to present this for everybody to read. You want it easier to read. So you spread it out, as much as possible. Make the font big enough so everybody can read it without needing a magnifying glass. Um, so then what else? Okay, reference slide is the last. Okay, and that's important. Always, 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 always reference where you get it from. All right, so do it Google Slides, PowerPoint. If you need to convert it to Kami, but make sure, so I'm going to check with you by Wednesday to make sure it's in a format that I can open. Um, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to let you get to work. But again, use the rubric to make sure that you're getting, this is 100 points, and you want to make sure that you get all your 100 points. It'll, for some of you, this will be a good boost for your grade. So please make sure that you are working on that. They posted that Friday is the last day for turning in makeup work, old assignments. And I'll repeat this again, that having a late grade is better than no grade. Because zeros pull your average down. And really, I'm only talking to about 4 people. The rest of you are doing pretty good. So, but if there's anything that you have a zero for, you have until Friday to make it disappear. All righty. Ask questions if you need to ask questions. Again, some of the pictures, when you click on a picture from Google Images, make sure that when you pull that picture up, you go to where it says View Page. And then you get the information, the link where the picture came from. Google Images is not your reference. It's whatever page that picture originally came from. And while you're on that page, read that page. It might have a lot of information that will help you add to your project. All right, I'll be right back. All right, again, please make sure you're using this class time to work on this. There's no extra time. Everything is due when it's due, so there's no late grades going out for this assignment. So being as you have class time to work on it, please use this time to do so. Again, if you have questions, please ask. All right, anybody have any questions? It's almost time to log off. All right, so everybody should be almost finished by Wednesday. So kind of look at Wednesday as a wrap up time. And again, I'll go over some more questions that you need to know for Thursday. And again, the objective of your projects is to have them posted after I've checked them. We'll post them on a gallery page and everybody will look at everybody else's project. Okay. All right. So if you have no questions for me, you're welcome to log off. See you on Wednesday.